Good evening, everyone. It is a marvelous Tuesday. Oh, no, it's a terrific Tuesday, and we are back with the recap. We are here recapping the latest season finale episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 17, episode 17, Rebels and Outlaws. Good evening,
Mm,
Auntie Diva.
how you
How you
doing?
doing?
Okay.
Yes. Good evening, everybody. We are glad that you are joining us here on both of our channels, Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva and Royaire's World. We are live on both, so please remember to hit the like button on both of our channels. If you're not a subscriber, please feel free to subscribe and do us one more favor. Hit that share button tonight and let the people know we are live and recapping the latest episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. I know yesterday we normally go live on Mondays, and so I played a replay episode of season 16, episode 1. And so I seen everybody was a little confused in the chat last night, but we are back with the latest episode of The Real Housewives. Auntie Diva, how are you this evening?
Listen, doing very well, doing very well. Since we always open up with a "How you doing," I gotta give a little Whitney update that they're trying to do two. Netflix and Peacock are trying to do a documentary, and they're claiming that her condition is getting worse, like she's ailing, like she's getting worse. That's the claim, right? And but Suzanne, I was really shocked. She uh, I think the Peacock documentary, she's connected to that. And allegedly she told them that she was going to be able to bring Wendy Williams on. And in the article I read, they said that Wendy is no longer talking to Suzanne.
Oh, Diva, we should have did this as street news. I had no clue.
Yeah, we could pick that up tomorrow. But I said to myself, because remember, I always said, like, I would love to have a loyal person, like friend, like Suzanne.
Yes, like
But
Suzanne.
was Suzanne just hanging around so she could get this documentary? Now, so you was gonna exploit Wendy just like a Lifetime did. Remember that Where's Wendy Williams? That was tragic. Laying on the bed, she was drunk. They showing the empty vodka bottles. Go ahead, Ray. I'm sorry, because you know what. I don't know why I fool with you. I swear to goodness.
Look, Diva. I need my e-cigarette. Wendy and her e-cigarettes, child.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, child, let me find out. I got to do the Suzanne. Shame on you, Suzanne. Shame on you. How
Mhm.
dare you? I guess the only real loyal one around here is our guy,
Norman,
Norman.
because we ain't hear nothing from Norman. Now, if I hear that Norman was supposed to be executive producer on that documentary, I'm gonna be
Drake,
mad.
they don't want to be saved. So maybe Drake was right. Don't save them. They don't want to be
Let me
saved. These
say,
hoes ain't loyal. Okay.
they not. It's terrible.
Dang. I used to watch the Wendy Williams show on Fox 5 12 years ago. Yes, honey. I still catch a little clip every now and then on the
Yeah,
Instagram and YouTube.
I love Wendy.
Me too. Miss
Love
her
Wendy.
dearly. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Hmm.
Well, listen, also, Diva, I want to give a great shout out to one of the most greatest men on planet Earth who I truly respect a lot. Mr. Barack Obama. Today is his 65th birthday.
Oh, he's
Um,
65.
he turned 65 today. Mr. Barack Obama, the first black president of our United States of the American people. And, him and Michelle, they have been through a lot. They have been through a lot. So, we got to give honor to whom honor is due. Happy birthday, Obama. 65 years is a long time, and
Hmm.
especially all that he put up with. I can't imagine the stress and, all of that he has been through. But happy birthday. Shout out to him. What an amazing time to celebrate, a life at 65. So happy birthday to
Yeah,
Barack.
happy birthday. What's her darn name? Uh, Michelle Obama. She been doing a lot. But happy birthday, Barack.
We're not gonna do Michelle today.
Okay.
I like Michelle's podcast, in my opinion. Okay.
Because you love a podcast, okay?
They had Kataji Jackson on there recently. Yes,
Who's that?
on their latest episode. Diva, the first female, black female, judge, Supreme Court judge.
Oh, child.
Lord have
Okay,
mercy. Let's move
holla.
on. We don't want to show our ignorance.
Yeah.
All righty, people, listen. We welcome you to the channel. If you're here for the first time, please remember to like and subscribe to Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva and Royaire's World. If you're not, you know what time it is. It is time for us to jump into street news. So let's get into our street news for the day. Diva, constantly looking for stories, constantly seeing what's going on out in these streets. And so the church people are talking, Diva.
Okay.
There's some concerns, okay? And so I want to see where we fall on the spectrum, all right, people?
Okay.
Well, it has been announced that Bishop Marvin Sapp has teamed up with Jay-Z's Rock Nation for his next gospel album, calling New Deal a full circle moment. Now, the Jasmine brand music, Bishop Marvin Sapp is stepping into a new chapter, teaming up with Jay-Z's Rock Nation to distribute his up-and-coming gospel album, Restoration. The project, expected this fall, will mark Sapp's 17th album and 9th live recording, with lead single He's Not Finished set for August 21st. God has blown my mind during every step of my career, Sapp said. Partnering with Rock Nation to distribute my music is something that I would have never thought possible, yet is another reminder that, as scripture says, with God all things are possible. Sapp called the partnership a full circle moment, noting longtime collaboration Stanley Brown, who worked on his 1999 album Nothing Else Matters. I look forward to releasing this music, Sapp added. I believe it will be a blessing to all who hear. Rock Nation distribution president Christian praised Sapp as a talented award-winning artist whose impact spans generation. The deal caps a business year for Sapp, who married Dr. Laboris Cole Sapp in March, and has continued addressing backlashes tied to his virtual close the door fundraising controversy. The partnership also gives Rock Nation a major gospel name. Will you be listening? Diva, I heard about this story a couple of days ago, and so the gospel community really went up in arms, in regards to Bishop Marvin Sapp working with a secular company, music company, that is not used to releasing gospel music. Now, Diva, here's my thoughts on this. We are supposed to go out as men and women of God and reach the uttermost parts of the world. We're supposed to reach the places that, are outside of the four walls of, the places that we call a sanctuary, or a synagogue, or whatever you specifically call your place of worship. I thought that this was, for me, something different, a new audience for Marvin Sapp to reach, and a new label, that he has never worked with before, nor has any other gospel artists worked with ever before in history. So I thought this was really nice. I'm glad to see that others are opening up their, minds to the possibilities, outside of, producing themselves, or, having their own labels. A lot of the gospel artists today, they have their own labels, and so they're kind of pushing themselves. But for him to attach himself to such a major record label, I truly believe that this will reach the hearts and minds of those who would not normally, reach Marvin Sapp or any other gospel artist, for that fact, And so I'm open to see what this looks like. You got to try new things. You just can't stay in your box. If you're constantly in your box, you're never going to reach anybody new.
I don't have a problem with this. I think sometimes our problem is that we do want to like put people in a box, right? And if he got himself a good contract with Jay-Z, um, then hey, go for it. I don't see what the big deal is. We have got to stop this, right? And at the end of the day, we all fall short. So he's with a label that doesn't traditionally do gospel. I mean, what is the big deal? Hold on one second, okay?
Yeah, for sure. I totally agree. What's the big deal? Like I said in my, spiel, we definitely have to come outside of the four walls. We have to consider those who will never step foot into a church building, who will never listen to a gospel artist album, on a regular label. Most gospel artists, as I said, they are releasing music independently. And so it does not have the span or the reach that a record label such as Rock Nation has. It does not have the name of, and not to say that Jay-Z is the only name on Rock Nation, but that is the most familiar name that is partnered with Rock Nation. And so most gospel artists don't have that touch. There are a lot of other gospel artists who have worked in the secular community as well, Diva. The Clark sisters, they have worked with Beyonce, they've worked with Jay-Z, they've worked with Snoop Dogg. Kiera Sheard, she has also worked along some other artists such as Nicki Minaj, or excuse me, such as that was Tasha Cobb. Sorry, Tasha Cobb working with Nicki Minaj. So you definitely have to, in my opinion, come outside of the four walls that we are used to in order to reach other people in this world.
Yeah, like I said, I don't have a problem with it. What's going to be interesting is the music that comes out of it.
Mm.
Marvin Sapp, I think that, sometimes when, let me do this, maybe he should have stuck to his gospel career versus trying to be the gospel singer and behind the pulpit.
Mm.
You understand what I mean? Because what did Yana said? Your behavior is diminishing the message. Okay. It was something like that. I'm
That is
paraphrasing.
correct. The
It,
behavior diminishes the message. That is
message.
correct.
And so when you get a video, you talk about lock the doors. It's like you starving for money. And see, I'm the type of person, Royaire, that if I have gig A and I'm doing the math on the bills and gig A is not, the math is not mathing, I will still do gig A. When I get off from there, I will go do gig B and I would do C. But what I'm not going to do is be begging the people for their last dime and talk about I'm about to lock these doors. That's a code, a fire hazard.
Close the doors.
Doors. The door is closed. Listen, you gotta. So I mean, if Jay-Z, I know Jay-Z, Beyonce, they like your first family, but let's be clear. There's some financial things going on over there because they're moving different than they have ever moved before. You got Jay-Z back in the concert streets. It's different. He done cut off his locks. A lot's going on over there, and I ain't saying nothing. I'm just saying a lot's going on. Okay, so now they done got Bishop Marvin Sapp on the label. I just hope that when they get in the studio, we got something good coming out. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like we got something that's gonna be worth something. That's all I hope.
Yes, it's
And
gonna
maybe
save the soul.
Beyonce could jump on the track.
How you doing?
She done did country, R&B, and now she'll do gospel.
She done told y'all, drop it like a hottie. Church girl, don't hurt nobody.
Boom. Okay. So I'm here for it. Good luck, Bishop Marvin. You know what? He should make a song. Lock the doors.
Listen, Bishop Marvin said he saw the best in me, okay? But
Okay.
everyone else around me
I know
only
that's
wanted to
right.
see the worst, okay?
That's why. Listen, Jesus will never let you down. I've
Now,
never seen the righteous. Good luck.
nor his seed begging bread, okay? Listen, everybody, that was our street news. Please leave your thoughts and opinions down below on how you feel about Bishop Marvin Sapp signing with Roc Nation, Jay-Z's late record label, you know, and pushing out gospel music, you know, through a secular pathway, I guess you could say, you know, a secular avenue. Leave your thoughts and opinions down below. We love to interact with your comments. Anything before we move on?
No, who came up with that word anyway? Secular.
The church, of course. You know, y'all just got to be doing the most.
Oh God, I cannot. Okay, but anyway, no, you know, good luck. I'll listen to it online or something.
Okay, yes.
Come out. Mm-hmm.
You know, well, before we move on, 17 years of music, Diva. You know, 17 albums. That's
no joke.
That's no joke. That
and
is no joke.
He has good stuff. Like, I'm playing around and joking, but all jokes aside, he got some good music out there. But again, the behavior is diminishing the message.
Bye. You
know what, and then we for real, we gonna move on. Just like, unfortunately, with Diddy, right? No, I'm just saying, like, all of that time during his era, when he was the one, all his groups was on the radio, he was doing his dance, you know what I'm saying? The Diddy dance and all of that. It's a shame, because he definitely would have went down in history as being historic, but of course his behavior definitely diminished the message. R. Kelly, his behavior diminished the message, okay? I Believe I Could Fly. I mean, this was good stuff. You understand what I'm saying? But the behavior, get Diddy bopping. he let that Diddy bopping diminish his message. It's a shame. I mean, and the list goes on about the people who their behavior diminished their message. Bill Cosby. Yeah, I mean, that was iconic, Ray. I wanted a brownstone. I wanted.
Not he ruined the brownstones for you.
I wouldn't need my son to live in a brownstone and come down them steps, especially because I don't know if you ever watched the show Sex and the City. You know, Carrie, she always came down the steps of her brownstone. I wanted a brownstone.
Yes.
And that darn
okay, well, when you think about your brownstone next time, think about living single. They had a brownstone.
This was an iconic, okay?
Oh my God.
Listen, I couldn't be a doctor, so I became a nurse. You know, Mariana, come on, you be starting too much stuff. Come on, don't do that to me, because you know, once you get me started, don't do that. Yes, Katrina, a fireplace in the kitchen.
Look, you had to become a neonatal nurse because you could be.
I did the chances of
OBGYN, huh?
I did the next best thing, okay?
Oh my God.
Shout out to the HOUSEWIVES.
Okay, shout out to the HOUSEWIVES. Oh my God.
All right, we back, yo. We
Okay,
sorry.
everybody.
Oh God.
Listen, so
I need my triangle.
Right. Come on.
Oh God. All right. Woo, okay. Let me breathe in and out. All right, I'm ready. I'm back. Woo, child. Okay. Go
We are
ahead.
here, everybody, to recap Real Housewives of Atlanta season finale, season 17, episode 17, Rebels and Outlaws. Now, Diva, I must say, everyone, thank you for joining us. We are live on both channels, Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva and Royaire's World. So please remember to hit the like button on both of our channels. If you're not a subscriber, please do subscribe. And finally, hit that share button and share with anybody that you know has been watching The Real Housewives of Atlanta. So we are ending out the season. As I said, this is our season finale. And Diva, at the top of this episode, and everyone that's watching, we had a full recap of the season, as they do every year. And Diva, a lot of the stuff I forgot about. I was like, oh my God, I forgot about that. I forgot about that.
Yeah, me
Like,
too.
we've had a long season, and so they kind of brought us up to speed of everything that's been going on. For those of you who have been joining us, you know, we just recently got back from the girls trip. You know, we were over in Scotland. You know, it was a big old mess. Okay, it ended on a rocky road between Shamia and Portia. We get back, you know, Shamia has a Halloween party that Portia did not show up to. Kay and Portia went out on a double date last week. We seen that Mike was there last week. We see that Kay did end up coming to the Halloween party to support Shamia. And so things ended off there. And so we pick up on our final episode. We have Portia, Cynthia, and Drew. They are doing a photo shoot for Go Naked Hair. The girls are looking fabulous. I was like, oh my God, yes, cutesy. I love the hair. I love the makeup. You know, Cynthia giving her direction. It's a little off balance. Let me move here. Portia, you get in the middle. I said, come on and direct, Cynthia. Come through, model, okay?
Supermodel, baby. Supermodel.
Supermodel, okay?
Yeah.
You know, Portia thanked the ladies for coming and supporting her and being a part. She said she couldn't thought of any other, you know, ladies to be here to support her and to work with her in her Go Naked Hair business. And so the ladies kiss on the lips and giggle and kiki and have fun. And so that was that opening scene. We have an opening scene with Pinky. You know, she is sharing, I guess, a celebratory dinner with her friends, family, staff, all those great people. And so she shares with us, you know, 2025 has been a rough year for her. You know, she had a lot of losses, especially in regards to her business, but she was able to buy her business back, and not just only buy her business back, but she will also be franchising her business in Vegas and DC. So that was a positive for Pinky. And then we have Kay opening, working on her actual or preparing rather for her album release. They are transforming the building from an empty space into a fabulous, you know, country music spot for her to be able to, you know, do a few songs and, you know, talk about her album and just share a happy moment with her friends, family, record label, and all of those who were invited. And we'll discuss that a little later, as that was our closing scene of the night. So anything on those three opening scenes, Diva, that you would like to share?
Yeah, the Go Naked Hair promo photo shoot I thought was really nice. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like this is what they need to learn to do, right? Is share and show the love. Of course, they looked amazing. I thought all of them looked really good. And Cynthia was right when she switched up how to do that photo shoot. It was really good, right? So that was Portia, Cynthia, and Drew. I loved it, and I love that they did that gray moment. You know what I mean? They had on gray. You know, they had the big hair. I love the big hair. I love all of that, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was really cute. 2025 was hard for Pinky. She had the whole family over, you know, people for days. I guess feeding them some vegan food and talking about, you know, bankruptcy, losing her thing, people counting her out. But now she has opened franchises in Vegas and DC. I am going to Vegas, I think, in October. Will I be stopping by Slutty Vegan?
Hey, slut!
Well, the answer is not. I will, you know what, though, Royaire, if it's in the area where I'm in, I will go by and do a little video just to see it's open. Listen, I'm happy for her, but I'm just not going. But anywho,
Yeah. I just don't know. I don't mean to cut you off, but I just don't know how I would feel walking into a professional place of business. Somebody talk about, we got a slut in the building. Like, what are we like, huh? How is this
no,
appetizing or welcoming or, you know,
no.
I don't know.
I don't want to feel judged while I'm trying to go get me a vegan burger.
Not judge.
Yeah, I'll take a pass. You know, I think she should revamp that a little bit. But that's just my opinion. I think it's a
Mine
little
too. I
offensive.
agree.
Yeah, I think it's a little offensive, especially if you want to bring your grandmother there. And you bring a Nana, they talk about, hey, slut. She's going to be like, what?
Not my 95-year-old granny.
We can't bring Nana to, you call me a slut.
Welcome to the building.
Yeah, negative, okay? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, K Michelle getting ready for her listening party. You know, she's the only Black woman signed to Nashville, Tennessee, a major label. You know, go K Michelle.
You know, Diva, now that we're sitting here talking about this, this gives me a reminder.
Oh.
I want to say back in season 6, maybe 5 or 6, somewhere around there. Do we remember when Candy Burrs was working with popular Nashville artist, country artist? What was her name?
I'm remembering.
You remember that?
It's coming to mind.
As I watched the episode on Sunday, I was like, "Oh, are we getting a replay? Are we getting a throwback?" You know, Jody.
I don't know who it was, but I do remember that.
But
yeah,
I was just like, okay, I'm feeling a repeat. I'm feeling a throwback. Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah. Katrina said that they went to Nashville.
Okay.
Yep.
So my mind is on right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Kay, you know, I'm going to talk a little bit more about Kay and this country music thing once we get to that scene. So I'll leave that be for right now.
Okay.
But I totally agree with you, Diva. I love the opening in regards to Portia and the Go Naked Hair photo shoot. It's super cute, super, you know, I think the older I get, Diva, the more I'm becoming a simple minimalist. I believe that is the proper term.
Okay.
I just love minimalism. I don't need a lot. I don't need a bunch of extraness.
Yeah.
And I love how simple and just it was elegant. We're here for hair. We don't need a bunch of jewelry, makeup, all of that. It was just so simple, and I loved it. You know, you can tell that there is a great energy. Thank you, Jody Messina. I knew it was something like that. Yes.
Yeah.
But I love yes, I love the way that the ladies were just, you could tell that there is a great work partnership between them. And it was just so awesome. We recently have seen in social media as well, Drew was on live with Portia on a TikTok recently, and that's been going viral as well. So yes, beautiful hair, okay? Beautiful hair. And then Pinky, you know, I guess, you know, Diva, I feel bamboozled. I feel swindled.
Let it stray.
I feel lied to and played with. Because we sat up here and watched you cry all season long, talking about you in debt, and you need to file bankruptcy, and you don't know what you're gonna do, and all of this. For you to turn around and end out talking about you no longer filing bankruptcy, you no longer in debt, and you franchising now. Pinky played in our face all season.
She played too much, but I want to go down to the courts out there in Atlanta and see if it's true.
Because what Angela said, she got...
Yo, Angela's wild.
She got 10 rocks that hit 10 days. Whatever.
She said she could throw a rock and it would hit 10 people that she owed. Oh, child.
Oh my God.
So you know what, QS? I don't think it's that. I think that she played herself on this TV so much, you know, with this bankruptcy, and that her husband had money. Probably when she went to the courts, it was like, get the money from your husband.
And stop playing in our faces.
That part.
We got real people out here in bankruptcy like Kelly. Okay?
He was a fool. He was a fool.
Hey, I
You
couldn't
know
let
what? I
you
don't know if
see
the
it.
husband got money. I don't know.
Yeah.
What's his business again? The chili steak,
Dave cheese steaks or
Dave's
Dave's.
cheesesteak. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yes. I what I will say is I've heard a lot of people talk about his business and how good it really is. So
Like the food is good.
yeah, they say the food is really good. That's what
Okay.
I've heard. Okay. So that's just,
Okay.
so maybe when you see a Dave's Philly cheesesteak, Diva, you might have to go in there and throw a rock and make sure it don't, make sure it don't come back at you.
Oh, child, bye.
Listen, y'all, we came to cut up tonight. We appreciate each and every one of you. So, jumping into our first seat of tonight, we have a mommy meetup. We have Pinky. We have what's her name? Pinky and Shamia, and then Kay also has joined in this mommy meetup. Now, Pinky brings her daughter Delia, I want to say it was pronounced. Um, and so Shamia, she brings Shiloh and Shyla along with Shaya's nurse. The ladies, they're here for a little haunted forest event. And so Kay's like, listen, I don't do that kind of stuff. So y'all go on in there, y'all do y'all thing, and I'll sit out here and wait. So the kids go in there, and they walk to the little haunted house. It was a cute little moment or whatever, the haunted forest. Kay just got to throw shade, okay? She said, I know a good actress that would be a great witch here. And so, of course, she's talking about Drew. They then, let the kids go play in the jump house. Pinky brought up the fact that Drew kept defending Angela at the Halloween party, and she said Drew is like Angela's hype man, Busta Rhymes. She just keep it all going, like, hey, must be the money, go Angela, she's right, hey, like, I was like, girl. Pinky know how to stir that pot, boy. Pinky know how to stir that pot. Shamia is over the lies. She says she's, Drew bringing her horse, and playing like that boy delivered a horse. How did he get the address to her house? Like, Shamia's just like, she not with it. Apparently the horse pooped on her property, and so that was a whole thing too. And then Kay shares about her album release party that she is inviting everyone to, and so she's super excited about that. The ladies are super excited to support Kay as well. So that was pretty much that opening scene for that one. I'm gonna throw this in here. We have Drew doing a house tour with her realtor and with Mama J. As we all know, we have been seeing in the recent vlogs, this whole situation with Drew having to move out of the house at the time, possibly having to move and get things, out the way. So she is looking at a home because she's still waiting on the judge to determine what will happen with the marital home. This house is listed at $1,350,000. It is 7,200 square feet. Beautiful home, nice home. I think Drew's family would settle nice into this. It's not too far off of what the family is used to living in, so at least the children are kind of staying. What's the word that they use, Diva? They are staying accustomed to the lifestyle that they already live, pretty much. We see that the realtor drops them off in the kitchen. Drew talks to her mom, about the judgment ruling. And her mom says, you're doing the best that you can with the kids. You have to work. You have to make sure things continue to roll on financially as well. Drew currently has full custody of the children, but Ralph is trying to go for full custody, and so she has to prove all of her flights since 2023 to show that she was actually working and doing what needed to be done in regards to that. Drew shares with us that even while on set, she's on FaceTime helping with homework. She's on DoorDash ordering food. She's trying to show up and be the best mom that she can with the situation and the career that she has. Drew began to cry, and so her mom held her, and told her not to cry. It's gonna be okay. Mom said a nice little prayer. I said, come on, Mama J, lift her up in the prayer. And then I'll throw this in here real quick too, because this was a small one too, Diva. Phaedra, we're over at the attorney office. Kelly comes in, to come and prep for the court hearing that's on Friday at 9 a.m. Phaedra wants to stick to the facts, okay? We want to get the kids back to filming, and we want to address this child support situation. Kelly, she asked Kelly how she feels about going to court and seeing her ex-husband. Kelly said that, she has not talked to him in years. Court is intimidating, and she is not excited about it, but she is going to continue to, press forward and do what needs to be done. Phaedra's team, is hoping that he just comes to the mutual agreement to basically pay the child support and to allow the kids to be on camera, and they can kind of move on smoothly with that. Kelly and Phaedra share a moment where, Kelly just addresses Phaedra saying that she appreciates her. She's just thankful that she took on this case and she's working with these team of people, basically pro bono. Kelly is not paying for any of this. Phaedra said it's her pleasure. She went through a tremendously horrible divorce, tragic divorce. And so, it is her pleasure and honor and privilege to be able to support Kelly in this way. She said it was so bad that she had to put on the breastplate of righteousness, okay? I said, you better come on, Phaedra, with the scriptures this year. Come on with the breastplate of righteousness. And she says, speaking of a breastplate, I got one for you, baby. And she pulled out a nice little Neiman Marcus bag, and boom, the breastplate of righteousness. A good old fitted bra to cover up them big old fitted titties that Kelly got, okay? So those were those three scenes. I want to say this real quick, Diva. The meetup with the haunted, house thing. I was like, okay, we needed a scene. The three amigos got together, I guess. Now, this is what confuses me about Kay, okay? In one breath you say, you and Shamia, she's your friend, she's cool, and then in the next breath you say she's not your friend, she be talking about you and bringing up stuff. Which one are we on, Kay? Like, which one is it? Like, are we good or are we not? Pinky, her daughter, is super cute. It was great to see Shia and Shiloh. And yeah, nice experience. Drew in the house tour. Diva, I'm praying for Drew. Truly praying for Drew. As we do know in real time today, the judge decided that the marital home must be sold. All equity, all earnings must be split in half, and everybody must go their separate ways. So
I didn't think they said it was going to be sold. I think Ralph got the home. He just had to pay her out.
Oh, I thought it was going to be. I thought they agreed to sell it. Okay. My apologies, everybody. Well, then she still got put out at the end of the day anyway. So darn.
Yeah.
Sad for Drew. So yeah, I guess this house, it was good that she was out here trying to look for a home. She's trying to be ahead of the curve. But Diva, who's gonna watch well, I guess they can go to Ralph's house. I don't know. The whole full custody thing is very sticky to me, especially when you have a parent that is in the business that Drew is in. It's pretty hard to.
He didn't get full custody. Ralph got custody and she's paying child support.
This is horrible.
Yeah.
Talk about a sad day.
Yeah, Ralph got custody. That's why he wanted her to show all of her flight records and all of that, because he wanted to show that she's always away and she's not taking care of the kids. Yeah, it's messy. Yeah, Ralph is from New Jersey.
What's up with your Jersey people, Diva? Like,
So this meetup with Pinky, K, Michelle, and Shamia, I think that they doing too much by keep trying to hold Shamia to the fire with this whole Portia thing. Like, let's be clear, everybody on the show is messy. Why do you keep pumping me like I need to apologize or I'm so wrong with this Portia thing, when this thing goes both ways, right? So I'm just over that particular conversation of them talking to Shamia about that. The meetup was cute. Her little daughter, Pinky's daughter, is adorable. But so is Shamia, kids. I think what's her name? Shia. She's so cute. She's like, my name is Shia. Like, I was a clown. Like, I thought it was cute. I love I love the meetup. I thought that was it was a cute thing, whatever. This whole the horse pooped on Shamia's property, and, and they want to, she got a fine, and she's going, whatever. Like really, okay. And K Michelle invites them all to the listening party, and I will say this: I like the way K Michelle pretty much invited everybody. Everybody was welcome to come to her listening party, right? Drew, her mom, and her mom going to the home and to look it over, look at it, 7,207 square feet. I'm gonna say this respectfully. When it's you and Josiah, because Josiah is gonna be with her, and Ralph got the other two kids. You don't need 7,200 square feet, especially when you're barely gonna be there. Now the thing is, who's gonna be watching Josiah? This is a lot. I hate this for Drew. The moment when she started crying and talking to her mom, like when he wanted all of those records, he was proving like she's never home. I'm the primary caregiver, so give the kids to me. He was dirty with that, but what are you going to do? I feel like when it's two parents and nobody, respectfully, I'm weighing, nobody's a crackhead, nobody's an alcoholic. Let's be adults, because our kids need both of us. We don't got to like each other, but the kids need both of us. So let's be adults and figure out how, when I'm away, the kids be with you. When you're away, if I'm home, let the kids be with me. Let's figure this out. But don't take a kids out of either one of the parents' lives unless you absolutely have to, right? So very sad. And then, you went over the Phaedra thing, right? So, Phaedra, I like Phaedra because in real time, she be doing for people, and it's not for the cameras and all of that. She just be doing for people, right? And Phaedra know how to tone it down when it come to doing her lawyer thing. So shout out to Phaedra. She know how to change it up and when she need to change it up, right? So this whole Kelly situation, listen, Phaedra is still traumatized from her own divorce from Apollo. She says she only speaks to Apollo when she have to. Okay. This thing, it's a lot, is all I can say. It's a lot. But I thought it was, she's prepping the rears, the children to be put on to get the child support or whatever. That scene was a scene. Now, Phaedra, she know how to do reality TV. Her pulling out that bra and telling baby girl, you need to contain them things and come right with it. I thought it was cute and funny. So this scene was enjoyable. It was what it was.
Mm-hmm. Unpopular opinion, but if Drew was traveling a lot for work and taping for the show, Ralph may be the one mostly home with the children. This really could really be what's best for the child.
I hear you, Monique, but I think that was best for the child. If, like I said, unless your parents are crackhead or alcoholic or something like that, I think what's best for the child is that both parents be in the life. Ralph could have figured this out with Drew, but Ralph was sticking it to her left and right, and he gonna pay for that. The children need their mother. He chose her, and she chose him. So when we out in these streets. Yeah, that part. Go, you better talk, Royaire. Listen, when we out in these streets and we decide to lay down with somebody and we create a life, we chose each other so we can hate each other later, but we need to get it right for that kid, period.
Yeah, I agree. I want to say it was Lawson that said it earlier. Shout out to Phaedra. Okay, she made up for her loss with
With Candy?
With Sheree. Remember when she took
oh God, yeah. That was horrible.
When she took Bob to court.
Lawson said she didn't lose it, she gets the kids. But Ralph is the primary caregiver. The kids primarily live with him. Yeah. Yeah, divorce is the worst for all involved. Jeremy, you said it. It's horrific. It's disgusting. It is the worst. It's the worst. Nobody really wins, to be honest with you. Nobody wins. A broken family, nobody wins for you.
Mm. Yeah,
That's it.
I just, I really struggle because I believe in, I don't have a belief in gender roles, right? I believe that, you know, anybody can do anything. Does that make sense?
Wait, say that again.
I don't believe in gender roles. Like I don't believe in the wife having to cook and clean and take care of the kids and the
I
dad just
like
going
that.
off to
Yeah,
work
yeah,
and
yeah.
all of
No,
that.
that's because that's
I
how I
don't
am.
believe in that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
believe
believe in
that
that.
either.
But I have a
No, no,
problem.
I'm not putting a couch on my shoulder or anything.
And see, that I have a problem with because I feel like Ralph is that type of man. Like, you're going to let Drew put a couch on her shoulder and move out while you sit in the basement, or heck, not even in the basement because now you have the house, while you sit in the living room watching her move the stuff out. Like,
Right.
I just see him as less of a man for just behaving in this manner. Like, what could she have done to you that was just so awful that it would make you want to be this type of man? Like,
You know what, Roy? People get like when it's breakup time, people get so mean and evil, and you be looking like, yo, this can't be the person. Like, when she was crying to her mother, like, who is it? But yo, they get nasty in the courtroom. Yo, some nasty stuff happened to me in the courtroom. So I related to Kelly when she said, I think it's a later on scene where she said the courtroom just it gives her anxiety. It is. It's just heart wrenching. If a couple can really work this thing out in an amicable way themselves, it really is the best thing for them and the children. But what I also understand is, Roy, you got to know the person you're dealing with. And sometimes it's better to go through the court because you're dealing with a lying, thieving, stealing, nasty individual, a low down, dirty
dirty.
individual. And you got to do what you got to do. But I think Jeremy or whoever said it earlier, divorce is just it's heart wrenching,
It
and
is.
nobody wins.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Okay, everybody. Well, we're gonna move on into our next scenes. We have Mama J's B-Day party. Okay. Um. Drew, it is Mama J's 81st birthday party. She has brought the people from near and far, from Chicago all the way to the Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, and so 81. First of all, happy birthday, Mama J. That is a
Yes.
beautiful milestone. And she looks great. She looks great. She seems to be in good health from what we see on the outside. And so it was beautiful to be able to see her celebrate her mom. Drew has lost her dad within the last couple of years. And so it's just nice to still be able to have that solid rock, to lean on and to depend on in hard times. So, Drew, unfortunately, she was not able to have the party at her house. Well, at Ralph's house now that it is Ralph's home. And so she had to rent an Airbnb. So she rented out an Airbnb for the weekend for the family. And so everybody has come to the house to celebrate. Mama J gets on the mic and she gives a thank you speech. She says, "I'm 81, baby. Now let's throw it back and have a drink, okay?" She threw her champagne back. I said, "Come on, church lady, you better." I know that's right. Let's see. And so the people are here celebrating. We have Phaedra, Portia, and Angela who arrived to the party to help celebrate along with Mama J. The ladies sit down and talk, and so everybody's trying to figure out what's going on with this horse situation and showing up to Shamia's house and this man and all. Drew said that she was just as confused as everybody else. She didn't ask for a horse. She didn't know what that man was doing. She said, he did text her and apologize, for kind of, the off-putting gift, I guess. But she was not expecting that at all. Well, Portia said, "You got to take him out on another date, or let him take you out on a date." And she said, "That's good. We good. That's all as well." Um, Drew takes the girls down to the basement to have a little more chit chat. She shares about, her mom, having to be here at the house because her and Ralph are not really getting along, so she couldn't have the party there. She talks about one of her friends is still coming by, which will be Black. So we're going to see Black in the scene in just a moment. And so as they were talking, we have Dr. Ken who came on downstairs. Now, this is Drew's therapist, apparently Portia's therapist as well, and very friendly fan of Phaedra, because he was, soon as he came downstairs, he was all up in Phaedra's ear whispering and hugging and just, I said, oh, what is going on here? Okay, Faye. He greets Portia. He says, when are you coming to me for your next marriage? I said, oh, the shade, girl, sir.
Dr. Ken always, he be doing too much.
Too much.
He want a peach.
Look, you know who he remind me of? Dr. Sherry. Dr. Sherry wanted to be a Braxton and he wanted to be a peach owner.
Yes. He always doing too much.
Oh my God, that is so funny. So, Drew sends him on back upstairs. Drew goes back upstairs. They're still celebrating her mom's birthday. She puts on her new birthday song, I guess, that she sang for her mom. And so, everybody gets out on the dance floor and just has a good time. So that was pretty much that scene. Anything on that, Diva? I know that was pretty
good. But you know what? Where's Drew's sister? Why was she at Mama's 81st birthday party?
Do they have the same mom?
Yeah. Okay. And why isn't she here for Drew now? She was all here when Drew was breaking up with Ralph. She was all in the business. She was all in the business, trying to get in other people's face when things were happening. Where is she now? Drew needs you. Yeah, the sister mom. Come on, Lawson. Yeah, she was like, I raised Drew. Where is she? Help your daughter, your sister.
Respectfully.
I
believe.
And somebody said the sister is her mom. See, you know what? Don't do that to Mama J. But you know what though? Where is she? When I said, how your mother turning 81 and you not there? Now the fact,
I thought, and I say this respectfully, everyone.
Okay.
I thought the sister had some mental health concerns.
She did, but you know what? I need to know. Well, we doing reality TV, right? I need to know where the sister is because this is your mother's 81st birthday.
Okay.
I need you to be here. Okay.
So we need you.
So anyway, Mom got her champagne. The girls go downstairs and talk, and that talk was what it was. When Ken came downstairs, not pay her. Child. Listen, when Ken came downstairs and had that extra long hug with Phaedra, like I said, Phaedra, that's a possibility. Phaedra, Phaedra know how to do reality TV.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And like I said, Ken was here for it too, because he stayed in for the extra long hug. And then for him to be messy, he didn't want to answer that. Remember they asked him? He said, stay out my business. That's why I said he want a peach.
Not Patricia.
She lives in Chicago, I think. The wife?
No, it's Allison.
Oh, Allison. Okay. Yeah, they said Ken was drunk. Whatever he was, but he's always been messy.
Not the therapist is drunk.
He always been messy. So then when he slid over to Portia and he said, Portia, I'm gonna walk you through your next marriage. I said, you know what? See, Ken, go upstairs. Okay. Then Ken went upstairs. I loved how Drew sung "Happy Birthday" to her mom and said that was her next song. I thought it was very, very cute, right? And Drew was behind the mom. He was getting it in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ken is a lot. He's a lot. All right. The fact that Ken was in Patel, Ken is everywhere. He wants on reality TV. The fact that she asked Ralph, can she throw Mama J's party at the house? And Mama J turned 81, and he said no. Yo, Ralph is work. She looks really good for 81.
Mm-hmm.
She looks really good for 81. Yeah. Ralph is work. But see, you know what, Royaire? That's why I'm not moving in anybody's house.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's my husband and you go buy a house and I'm not with you and my name or whatever's not on that house or whatever the case may be, I will not be moving into that home. Go there by yourself. Me and the kids staying right here until you get the paperwork right on that home. Because remember, he just went out and bought this home allegedly.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I think, Ralph, he's being really, really mean. It's sad. But, I've seen worse when people start to break up. So it's sad.
Well,
but I mean, nice birthday party.
Here,
and I'm glad the girls came to support her.
Yeah.
And Mama J.
Yeah, we try not to say this type of stuff around here, but I just got to say this to Ralph: stop being a damn bitch, okay?
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah. It's the mother of your kids.
Right. Where's the respect? Where's the honor? Where's the decency? And you have a daughter on top of that. Not that it would be any better if it was a boy or not, but still, like, this is what you expect your daughter to watch you do to her mother. What example are you leading for her and showing for her? Like, ugh. I can't stand a man.
And this is not right to Josiah.
Yeah, like, ugh.
Yeah.
Diva, I can't stand a man that likes to play all hard on the outside and like, I'm a man, hear me roar, like, and then you do this little bitch stuff, like, ugh.
Jeremy, I always believed that, and Kenya Moore was trash for that. I always believed that though, and that's why at that reunion, Phaedra sat there and ripped her from head to toe. Honey, that when she told her about the sperm bank or whatever the bank, oh my goodness.
But what you will know is
okay
that your baby daddy needed $10 to get a
pizza
ejaculated in a cup so you can
have a baby.
Check that.
Okay.
While you're running around pedaling through sperm banks.
Yeah, iconic. Phaedra was mad. You know what, Roya? I do not like people that play with other people's marriages.
Yeah.
She was playing around. Apollo was messy, but she was playing around with Apollo way too much for somebody that wanted a husband. But you see, when she got her husband, look what she got. Karma is a bitch. Because her husband, what was his name again? Mark. Was it Mark
Daly? Mark Daly.
Yeah. He was trash to her.
It was embarrassing to watch.
It was embarrassing to watch. It was terrible. Yeah. Phaedra was pregnant at that reunion. I thought she already. No, I thought by the time
just had the baby. I think she had just had the baby.
Or maybe was she pregnant with the younger one? I know she looked cute. She had on a blue lace dress.
Blue dress, yeah. Yes. Okay. Well, next up, so happy birthday.
Wait, Ray said, I'm surprised you co-signed that Phaedra line. It ain't more cruel than you and my husband face.
Yeah.
No, a side chick is a side chick, and a side chick is wild. And these side chicks are bold these days.
So.
Yeah. No, she was wrong. The way Kenya flirted with Apollo was wrong all day long. When he threw in a pool, if somebody else's husband, and we're on a couples trip, if somebody else's husband picks me up and throws me in the water, I'm blacking out on them. Don't be touching me. Child, I ain't doing all that. No, and I don't play with people's men like that. So when there's a couple, even if I don't know the wife, I'm always addressing the wife. You understand what I'm saying, Royaire?
Mhm.
All my friends, I ain't in their man face. Come play checkers with me? No.
Not checkers. We got a ways to go, so let's
Close your legs to marry men.
Oh, God.
All right, I'm gonna shut up.
Cause Diva, where is your scooter? Oh my God. Okay. So we are headed over to Shamia and Gerald's home, Sterling Hall. And so Shamia is introducing us to Daphne. Now, as we all have been, updated, throughout the season, there is only one male embryo left for Shamia and for Gerald. They had five. Unfortunately, the first four did not take. And so we are at our last male embryo. So we are introduced to Daphne. Daphne comes to the house. Daphne shares with us that she did have what is it called, Diva? A testing transfer, pretty much, and so that did go well. And so Daphne plans on, continuing on the journey with the Milwaukee family, I believe it's pronounced. Forgive me if I pronounced it wrong. Gerald does meet Daphne for the first time. He's seen, Gerald seems to just be very detached. He just seems to like come in, tell me what I need to do so I can go on about my business, and that is exactly.
You don't want to be on those cameras.
Yeah, I could see that. I can understand.
Yeah, you don't, and I get that. Like everybody not beat for the cameras at every portion of my life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he doing a solid by coming in the scenes that he have to.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, he says hello and does what he needs to do, and then goes on about his business. Shamia calls her parents, and talks to Mama Morton and Papa Morton. Mama Morton says, if you need anything, just call Mama and Papa Morton. We are here. Shamia shares her journey, within the last 5 years in regards to all of this. And she says that she doesn't want to put a lot of pressure onto Daphne, but this is something that she really wants, she really desires. And so, Daphne's like, listen, we're going to pray for this. I see the light in you. And oh, sorry, excuse me. And so, this is going to work out. I believe this is going to be a great positive experience and everything is going to be okay. So that was a great moment for them. In this next scene, Sway and Portia come together. Sway comes over to the house. Portia leaning up against the door, all cute and sexy. I said, "You're
doing Diane. She doing Diane."
So they, Portia is taking the salon suite class, with Sway, and so she's learning things and she's being participant. She wanted to show Sway she's interested and she supports what she does. Portia, they go upstairs into her little lounge area, and so Sway's pretty much like, listen, I'm not for the triangle situations, okay? It's only two sides to this, me and you. It's a straight line. You on one side, me on the other. And so Portia brings up, she had or was talking to Mike, and so that has kind of faded out, I guess. And she asks Sway about she dating anybody, and Sway says, it's still something there. And so Portia's like, well, when you gonna pretty much put it down and take care of me, pick me up. And so Sway said, well, hold on, I just found out 2 minutes ago that you wanted to be with me like that. So, her and Patrice, Portia and Patrice, they do talk about, Dennis not feeling comfortable, with the whole lesbian thing. And so, they're just going to try to move forward, and see how things go with their relationship. We do get a flashback of when the gentleman from the Ultimate Girls Trip episode that she was on, when he says back in 2003 that you will have problems with lesbian. And so she is here having problems with lesbians. So Mama Joyce in the streets are saying that Sway is a scammer.
Portia can't win. Listen, her baby daddy will come pick up the pieces and tell her, I knew that was gonna last.
Portia.
Baby daddy got her back.
Mm.
Oh, now she's scamming the people with the salons.
It sounds like a scam, Diva. Who out here? What do you need to teach about a salon suite?
How to get your money for the people every month?
She's gonna teach you how to pay your rent every month.
I don't know.
She gonna give you decorating classes on how to decorate your suite, Diva. She gonna feng shui it up. Like, what exactly are we talking about? That you are like?
I don't know. Portia was in the class, so you gotta ask Portia. Oh.
Portia in the class, that says a lot. Portia over here talking about 265 days.
Oh God, I cannot. They saying she tries to 2K with info that's readily available online with no results.
Mm.
Well, I mean, I mean, listen, if she pulled all the information together for them offline, because they didn't want to Google and figure it out themselves. I mean, you would come on, love. They buying it. I mean, what do you want us to do? No results. I mean, if you don't go out there and find you a building. After you take the course, you gotta go find a building. Then you gotta build out the suites and ask the stylist out in them streets to come rent from you. Mm. She giving you the list. What do y'all want? Mm. I don't know. Mm. Yeah, Kenny could have used one of her suites. Not Kenny wants to use them. Well, she is rich, Q asked if they say she out there scamming the people. Listen, Sway, it ain't me. I ain't say nothing. Okay? You pulling the list offline and you holding the class and you telling the people, go buy a warehouse and build you out some suites.
We should believe Mama Joyce after all.
Oh my God, y'all got tears on my eyes.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
It was a scheme that Todd set up.
Set up to come to us with the bush.
Yo, yeah. I don't know. I ain't fooling with this Sway thing, Ray. I'm gonna move on.
Shout out to Sway. Listen, get your money however you gotta get it, okay?
Ooh, not however you gotta get it.
Listen, with the young Miami girl, where all my scamming ass niggas. Oh, excuse me.
Oh God. Listen,
that's what they teaching the kids today. So I guess you might as well roll on with it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. You know, so Shamia and Daphne and the baby and all of that, you know, shout out to her. And you know, Mama and Papa Morton on FaceTime. You know, there we go. And Portia and Sway, they're a cute couple. I hope Sway doesn't end up being a fraud. I really do. Because this would not be good for Portia because she's not winning in love on this TV. We don't see her with Cardell, didn't work. You know, Dennis didn't work. Simon didn't work. Sway, we need you to be a stand-up person. So even if you was a fraud, maybe recover now because Portia needs you.
Not change your ways. We need you to make an honest living now.
Pay your taxes. because we don't want PJ confused. We don't need another person in her life. You got to be the staple. Stay until PJ graduates high school. That's it.
Okay.
We love you, Portia, this way.
We love you, Portia. Shout out to Go Naked Hair and Pamper by Portia. Go buy it up, y'all, because she got it.
I swear to goodness, you making my stomach hurt. I ain't fooling with you.
Maybe she could help Dennis too with his hot dog stand.
Not no hot dog sweets.
Oh my God. Okay.
The hot dog king.
Shout out to Swag Girl. You do your thing, boo, okay? Stay out the way. Just stay out the way. Alrighty. Next up, we have our before our final scene of the night, Angela and the family dinner scene. Now, Diva, this scene, it caught my attention tonight. This whole situation with Amara and Angela this season, this has been a very touchy, interesting relationship, Diva. I don't think that we have ever had a mom, and I'll just speak for the Real Housewives of Atlanta specifically. I don't think we've ever had a mom that was like really this involved and concerned, other than Mama Joyce, about their daughter, you know, and who they are connecting to. Angela seems to just be really, really worried about this situation. And I understand, because rightfully so, this is your daughter. You always, as a parent, you want the best for your children. You want to make sure that your children are making good, wise decisions, that they're partnering with the correct person, you know, because as Angela has told us, marriage is hard. It is hard. As the world has told us, the marriage is hard. So, you know, we have this family dinner scene.
I'm sorry, let me just say this. Amari is gorgeous. She's a little mini Angela.
I am here for it.
Yeah.
And we need Amari on the next gen, whatever city it's going to be. We need her.
But where does she live, though?
Well, I heard she lived in New York. I heard that her partner worked in New York. Is what I thought I heard at one point in time. And so she comes down, and I thought she was in school in New York. And so she comes down during her off seasons or whatever when she's not at school. I thought that is what I heard. I could be really wrong. So y'all correct me if I'm wrong, please. But I believe she lives in New York and she goes to school there, and that's where her wife is. But so Angela shares with us that, you know, the tenants have finally moved into her rental property.
We don't need another foreclosure from Angela, okay?
Why are we so petty?
We rooting for her. Listen, we rooting for her. We rooting for Sway. We rooting for her. Yeah. You know what? Speaking of that, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you, but you know what? Angela could get a suite for the Fangies. I don't know why I fool with you. I swear to goodness. Go ahead. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up. No, finish your scenes. I'm gonna shut up.
Not the Fangela with the loud motor, but
not sucking up wigs. Help me, Sway.
Oh my God. Okay.
All right. Sorry.
Charles, you know, the children are all come together. You know, Charles said, listen, finally, I'm glad that somebody's moving in. Hopefully we can start getting some money brought in from that property, okay? Charles has put out in every way, shape, and form, okay? He lost 3 houses last year. You know, this Fangela line, he done put over $1 million into it. Charles said he needs something to make an income this year, okay? Something. So, Angela, she brings up her Fangela line. She says she's done her photo shoot, she's got her demos, and she wants to present that to the ladies at Kay's party. The children say, "Can we please go?" And so she's like, "Go on and go." So the kids leave. Amara then calls her wife, Valerie. No, it wasn't Valerie. It was Valeria. And so,
You know what, Roya? When I heard her name, I was like, it sounds like a STD. I got Valeria.
I will not with your ignorance tonight.
All right, I'm sorry.
You have crossed the line, and so you owe punishment for 5 minutes.
All right, okay. Listen, I'm gonna shut off my camera.
Look, do the DD.
I'm in timeout. I'm gonna shut up. I got Valeria. I take my antibiotics for 14 days. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna shut up. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh my god. Okay. So we are at dinner. We're talking to Valeria. And so Angela, said per our last phone conversation, things didn't really go well. Valeria mentioned that she, knows how all of this affected Angela. And she wanted to apologize, on how things went over, not sharing that they got married, not discussing, just their relationship with Angela and the family. Now, Angela received, the apology, and she says, "I hope to see you for the holidays." She was like, "Charles, you ain't got nothing to say," and Charles said he ain't got nothing to say, so we're gonna leave that alone. Amira, she did have to tell Angela, "I didn't want to admit this, but Mom, you're right. Marriage is hard, and I may have made a mistake, and jumped the gun, moving a little too fast." And so Angela pretty much said it wasn't about me being right or wrong. It was about me wanting you to be happy, me wanting you to know what you were getting yourself into, and me wanting to be here to support you. And this scene, Diva, it was just such a full circle moment, in the words of Marvin Sapp, okay?
You stupid.
It was a full circle moment. We have seen this teeter-tot of a relationship since season 1, actually. Last season is when Angela found out that her daughter got married. And so this has been kind of a contentious sore spot for the two of them. But it is beautiful to see that, what's her name? Amari has realized, marriage is just not this thing to play with. It's just not this thing, "Oh, I like somebody and I want to go run and get married to them and it's going to work out for the rest of our lives." Like, it's real work. Angela even opened up about having their child. I want to say it was their daughter that they had. And, they didn't know whether or not they were going to stay together, her and Charles. And so, she said, "I know I'm not easy for Charles all the time and vice versa. But, one thing that I will say about marriage, Diva, in my opinion, it is about choosing your person every day." One thing that my mom said to me years ago, and it has stuck with me, is like, if this person never changes ever again for the rest of your days, is this someone that you can love and accept and be in support of, until
As
the
they
dying
are.
end?
Yep.
Yeah, as they are, until the dying end. And so I believe that, in the words of Judge Maybelline, you got to look deep before you leap.
Oh shoot. I love this scene. I think Angela has a beautiful family. I think she has a beautiful family. And I think she be putting too much on Charles. He's like, "Charles, you ain't got nothing to say. What do you want him to say, lady? Like, I mean, come on." I think her calling the wife and Angela had real tears. I think this thing is real for Angela. And I love the fact that her and the daughter are becoming better, like mother-daughter. Do you know what I mean? I love this scene. There's not much more I could say. She has a beautiful family, the two girls and the boy. And you know what? I really like Charles. I like him a lot. I like him a lot. He seemed laid back, and even when the wife was on the phone, he just was smiling and very, just very, what do you call it? To her, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, very welcoming to her.
Yes. I enjoyed this scene, Diva. I'm glad that Angela and Amari were able to put this to rest. I think that is the most fabulous thing about this scene for me, Diva, is that we had a mother and a daughter who have been bumping heads about this relationship that mom, recognized from jump that maybe it's not the best situation to be in right now. And I'm just glad that Amari was able to kind of come around and see the full picture of it all before anything disastrous kind of happened or took place. I'm just glad that it was a positive outcome, and I hope and pray that they can continue forward, moving on into the right direction. So that is that on that. Any other thoughts on that scene, Diva?
No, check my private
Hmm.
chat to you.
Yes.
Okay. um um no, I think, like I said, it was a really good scene. I really liked it. Um and I like Angela, but she gotta come up off of what do you call it? Help me out. Off of Charles. You said the little girl is not Charles' daughter? I think the little girl is. I think Amari is not his daughter.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think the little girl
The little
is.
girl is. The son and the daughter are theirs. Amari is not.
Yeah, yeah. But
Um,
beautiful family. I love them. Hmm.
yes.
Yeah.
Um, so sorry, Diva. I'm working on this.
Thank you.
Cause what the heck?
Yeah, you see all of that?
I do.
Thank you, I'm 50 Gold. We're trying to handle it right now.
Thank
I,
you.
I'm supposed to be a mod, Roy. I don't know why I couldn't do anything. We'll
Um.
figure that out later. Sorry, y'all. We're just trying to handle something really, really quick.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay. I thought I did it. We'll work on that this evening before we go.
okay, no problem.
Okay.
Was you
So
able to handle it?
yes. Uh huh.
Okay,
For
good.
our final scene of the night, we do have the K's country music album release party. So that is happening tonight. Um,
You
y'all,
okay?
a moment. Give me just a moment, y'all.
Okay. Let me see if you're not able to.
Here we go.
You got it?
Alrighty, there we go. There we go. There we go.
Okay, good, 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 good,
Alrighty,
good. Okay.
perfect. Okay. So we're arriving to our final scene of the night. This is Kay's listening party. And so this is the final all cast event of the season. So Kay's sister, Shalea, she has come. She is so proud of Kay. She shares that their parents are proud of Kay and they're super excited, of everything that, Kay is doing and making her dreams come true. Kay is praying before she's going out to, meet everybody. She is just overly excited. I think this is the best that I've seen Kay all season long. I mean, you can tell that this is her lane. The music, being in the industry and just having that energy of my music is coming. This is what I've been desiring. It's a beautiful thing. So that was super nice to see. Everybody is celebrating Kay as she's coming in. All of the ladies are coming in. We have Phaedra, we have Shamia, we have Pinky, Cynthia, Angela, Drew. I mean, everybody has come to celebrate this major moment. Kelly and Phaedra do talk about, the court hearing, that happened. Kelly's court hearing was last on that Friday. Unfortunately, it did not move forward. According to Phaedra, he basically sued the county and had 4 other motions that he filed in the courthouse that day that the judge did have to review before having a final hearing in regards to the child support and the filming of the children. And so, Diva, I do know that that is something that happens often as I used to work in child support. 9 times out of 10, when the dad either doesn't have the money or is trying to avoid jail time, or the non custodial parent, let me say that, because it's not always the dad. When the non custodial parent is not fulfilling their deeds, they do go and file all these motions to try to put a halt on to what is really at hand in regards to what we're hearing in the court on that day. So that did happen. Drew comes in and she greets Kay, and they seem to have been in a very positive space. As Portia shared with us later on in the episode, that they did make up during the Scotland trip and things were pretty good between them. Kelly said that she didn't know what to expect from Drew. She didn't know if she was coming with lions, tigers, or bears. They laughed about the whole horse situation. Now, this is what I be talking about. Unnecessary stuff. Then Shamia wants to pull out this paperwork talking about, this is from my HOA, for the horse and the poop that was, sent out and da 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 da. I'm like, girl, like, grow up, be better, do better. Like, what are we talking about here? Why are you doing all of this shady stuff? Now, you be jumping and hollering and screaming and mad when somebody doing something shady to you that you don't like, but you quick to pass it out. And this is what I've been talking about with Shamia all season long. It was unnecessary, unwanted, and you already know what Drew was going through with all of this divorce stuff and Ralph trying to get the kids and all of that. Why? For what, girl? You supposed to be so rich and got it all together. What's $2,000 to you? That should be like dropping a penny in the bucket, girl. Shamia's just, I just can't deal with the people that throw rocks and then want to hide their hands or just act like they so innocent all the time. Like, girl, stop it. Drew felt, that the joke was corny. She did not ask for the horse. She gave Phaedra the paperwork to look at, and so Phaedra was looking over that. Portia then comes in with Sway. Everybody's super excited. They say Portia is glowing and she looks super happy. Patrice and Portia. Shout out to Patrice and Portia. Portia spoke to everybody except for Shamia, and Shamia said she was going to keep the same energy. So that was that on that. Kay goes to get ready for her performance. Angela pulls out her Fangela fans, to show all of the ladies, the prototype that she has. Portia goes to turn it on. She was like, girl, how you turn this thing on? And so, Angela turned on the fan, and so it was blowing. The lady said, oh, okay, well, the motor is real loud, but, she gave it her little Diva fan. She said, go Diva, it's your birthday, So Drew doing her little pose and stuff. I said, all right, Drew. So that was that. And then Portia's hair got caught in the motor. They said, oh. So Angela says she got to put a warning label on it, to let the people know, don't let your weaves get too close. We then get a performance from Kay. She performs a few new songs. I'm
going to behave because you told me to behave. I'm going to behave.
Don't behave now. Well, they said don't backpedal now. Don't.
So, Jesus and whiskey, Jack Daniels. Are you was referring to the sound?
I was referring to the vocals. That's what I was.
Yeah, I was trying to avoid that.
I was like, I don't know if it was because it's country music that her vocals are off, but normally when I hear Kay sing, she sounds really good. So I don't know. I don't know. Because Kay didn't sound like this over in Scotland. Did she?
Well, listen, Super said Kay sounded terrible. She was off that brown stuff.
Jesus and my liquor.
I'm 50 Gold. I actually listen to all kinds of music. If I like the song, I don't care what genre it is. It could be country, it could be rap, it could be gospel. If I like it, I like it. Mm-hmm. And even though he messy, Jelly Roll, I like him. There's a lot of country artists that I do like. But she was nervous, y'all. But this is what she does. That's like saying I'm nervous when I'm putting in an IV in somebody's hand, but I'm a whole nurse.
Hold on now.
I think I got it. It was bad. It was bad. It was bad. And I thought it was me. I sat up and I listened to it twice. I listened to it twice, but I said to myself, I promised myself I was going to be good in this scene. Yeah, the first one was rough. And that's because she was playing with the church.
Oh my God.
You want her Jesus and whiskey? You know what I don't like about YouTube? I wish we could play like the version that's on the radio and in her video, whatever.
Yes.
I don't know. I thought all the singing was off. I thought Jack Daniels was off. I thought the last song that she gave everybody the mic for was off. Like, if you come into a listening party, I want to hear you, K. Michelle, not your friends trying to sing in the mic. Okay. Then you want to play
light some candles tonight. Very special.
Okay. Yo, this is a song. Who sung that song? It has something to do very special. I just thought about that song automatically. Listen, it was not the best listening party at all. And I'm gonna just
like we should have done more listening and less singing.
Oh, you saying she should have just played? You know what though, Royaire? She should have took the money out her pockets and paid for some backup singers. Then the backup singers could have been back there jamming, and every now and then you should have been like, Jesus. Jesus.
You see the backup singers on the stage?
She needed it was bad.
She needed the Braxtons.
Yeah, maybe. It was bad. It was bad. It was bad.
Mm-hmm. So now it's gonna force me to go listen to her actual country album.
Yeah. I don't know. They said yes. Everybody say she had backup singers. Well, do you know? Then it makes this even worse. It was bad.
They was back there, Diva. Look, with their heads cut off the camera, talking about.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping. And you know what's funny, but that's what she get, because remember they talked about Drew in the national anthem. Remember they wanted to clown Drew? She wanted to clown Drew. And honey, you had your whole listening party, played the track. You know what, Ocean and Royaire, you're right. She could have played the track and every now and then sung a note with the track playing. Yeah, she should have did that. Because this was, but you know what though? Her team gets an F too. Because y'all let her go up there and do that.
Drunk.
You think she was drunk?
I mean, I ain't gonna say she was drunk, but she was definitely leaning.
She had some whiskey. Listen. She had some whiskey and some Jack Daniels. Listen.
We don't light some candles tonight.
See, but you know what? And I'm gonna add this for you, Royaire. You're right about how Shamia likes to throw rocks and then hide her hands, because she was shading, talking about give me back the mic when Drew was singing. You know, she does little digs like that, but then she get mad when the rock boomerang ain't come hit her. Yeah, they say she was lit. Listen, I didn't even catch the fact that she was lit, but I'm
gonna tell you when I knew she was lit. When Drew called her a liar, she said, "I am not a liar."
Yo, this was
That took her back to her Rashida days. I was like,
Now, well, you know what was nice though? It was nice when she shot out all the girls and said she enjoyed meeting the ladies.
I love that. Yes,
I
so
thought
that's what
that
I
was
was
really
going to talk
nice.
about
Yeah,
next.
go ahead. I'm
I
sorry.
love the way that, yeah, no. I love the way that she closed out, her performance, talking about how beautiful the ladies is, how beautiful the ladies are, how hardworking they are, how they are wonderful mothers, how they are wonderful providers. I mean, and how they have affected her life, even being in this friendship group. And
Yeah,
I just love the way, and even Andy said that he loved the way that Kay closed out the season. This is how you close out the season as a first time housewife on any franchise. You come through, you bring the people together, you celebrate, you do your thing, and you shout out the people. This is not a one man show. She
right.
shouted out everybody. She gave everybody the opportunity to sing. And I love the moment. It was just everything. Kay, this was the best part of you this season. Literally the best
Literally.
part. It was so good. I truly enjoyed the camaraderie of everybody just coming together in peace, celebrate and have a good time, and it was super good. So yes, all of the ladies, close out season 17. Cynthia thanked Kay for inviting her. She thanked all the ladies for allowing her to be in the group this season again, just be a part of one another. Pinky said we can talk about y'all's moment together. And so now this is what I didn't like, Diva. And here go Pinky. Pinky, another one that throw rocks and hide her hands and act like she don't stir the pot, because it was this is was so unnecessary. We did not need to go there with Drew and Kay, but of course she took it there. So she was like, "Let's talk about y'all moment." And so Kay said, "Drew is crazy," and so Drew said, "I can be a little crazy, but you more crazy than me." And then things kind of went left from there. Kay said that Drew be picking on her and bringing stuff up and stirring the pot. And she knows that she don't know that man. And so, Drew was like, "You said you don't know him. You said you don't know him." And Kay said, "I don't know that man." And then Drew wanted to pull out her phone talking about, "Well, that was back in August or September when we all met together, and you said that you had never messaged him before." "Well, here's the receipts. This says February. You messaged him in February. Y'all see all the receipts? Y'all see it? Uh-oh." And so Drew takes a tumble and falls on the ground. You up here trying to prove a point, girl. You falling on the floor and doing the most. Drew, why? Why are you feeding into the BS? So Drew gets up off the floor and she walks out. Portia goes to check on her. Drew says she likes Kay's music, but she does not like Kay as a person. She's not nice. Then the rest of the ladies come outside to take their final finale photo shoot, and everybody, smiles and says, their little stuff. And so we get our final moments of the season. So Phaedra is still the godfather of Atlanta and now the Lady of Glen. Unfortunately, her Scottish property exists mostly in spirit, okay? So that was for Phaedra. For Pinky, nearly $4 million in debt. Pinky moving into a new chapter in life, chapter 11.
So she did a technical thing. She didn't file bankruptcy, but she filed Chapter 11. Girl, go sit down somewhere.
Stupid.
Yeah.
After filming for bankruptcy, she's on TikTok teaching the haters, do as I say, not as I owe.
Corny.
Corny.
Tomatoes.
Boo.
Boo.
Oh my god. Okay. Shamia, after quite a year of negative friendship, Shamia's business life took a hit. Rum Bum may be done, but Shamia is on to the next venture with Gerald by her side. The two are launching a perfume line. And then we also get an announcement that Shamia and Gerald are pregnant. So hopefully we'll hear something about that soon, and an update on that. Angela, after more therapy, Angela and Amari have built a healthier bond with things cooling down in her personal life. The wait list for the Fanji drop is heating up, okay? Um, For Kelly, Drew leaked the tea on Kelly's Nana Sandy Springs closing, so which we knew that at the beginning of the season because we talked about that. And then while her kids got cleared to film, Kelly's legal battles are far from over. And then so we did get an update from Kelly and Phaedra. Kelly did get to go to court, and Phaedra shares with us that her ex-husband was found in contempt, and he needed to pay the child support court order. He will be incarcerated until he purges the amount of $31,000. Okay, so that was her update. And then we have our update from Drew. Drew and Ralph finally reached a settlement in their bitter divorce. Reportedly, Drew was ordered to leave the marital home, lost primary custody of her children, and is required to pay monthly child support. This is sad. I didn't even see that update while I was watching. I'm just, wow. And then K Michelle's long anticipated country album finally dropped on July 31st. So I thought it had dropped. I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, but that's only a few days ago because today's only August the 4th. July 31st of this year, yeah.
Okay. And she's still yodeling all the way to the bank, okay? And then our final update is with Portia. Portia and Sway are still going strong after 8 months, taking family vacations and living their best life. But despite the AI generated rumors, her ring finger will still go naked. So
Wilson said it was pushed back to October.
Oh.
Because they had to work on the vocals.
Oh my God. Well, Diva, anything on this final scene, Kay's party? I know we kind of talked about it a little bit, but anything?
It was a nice closeout, but it wasn't an epic closeout. And when I say epic, I don't mean that it needed to be fights or anything there. It just wasn't. It wasn't like like, you know what I'm saying. It was a closeout. Okay. I don't like the fact, like, it was positive because K Michelle was being very positive, and then the negativity came with others. Like the whole thing at the end with this black, and you knew him, you didn't know him. Who cares what I did or did not DM him? What you're gonna do is respect the fact that I'm married now, my husband here, and you're gonna shut your mouth about black in those DMs. And I mean right now. Okay, my husband is here. Don't do that. We ain't playing these stupid games. I'm a married woman now. So whatever I did yesterday, it don't matter. Okay? So, and Drew fell. That's why she bust the butt, because she was trying to bring in that negativity. And then for her, and they showed how she was like, one minute she said, yeah, she tripped over her pants. And next minute she said the security knocked her down. Drew, come on now. She came back and did the picture. She came back and did the picture. I appreciated that. When they asked, Angela gonna be Angela. When they asked Angela, when Angela asked, "Are y'all two okay?" and Portia was like, "Well, we fine right here," but yeah, she ain't had nothing for her. Her and Sway, cheering, toasting it up that they official now. It's just them two, just the two of us.
I can't.
Pinky is messy. She real messy. So whatever with that. Does Pinky only have the one daughter? I thought they had more kids.
I thought they had like a bunch of kids.
Yeah, because the only one she wanted.
That's their daughter together. The one that they have is their daughter together.
I thought they had more kids together though. They only have Diella together.
Yes. Well, and then the one that she's pregnant with now. So I guess this will be their second together.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, yeah, she only showed the one. She has 3 kids, Lawson said. Yeah, why does she not show the other kids?
Because I don't think they're his.
You mean hers? No, Lawson is saying this. They have 3 kids already. This is going to be her 4th one. Google it. You got to see this. Because why are we only seeing little mama? Yeah, they say this, and Lawson said this is gonna be her fourth kid. She has 2 boys and a girl. Why don't we see the boys? Yeah, everybody's saying 3 kids and 1 on the way. Why aren't we seeing the boys?
Share 3 children together and the 4th one on the way. Oh.
Lawson's saying they are his.
They
so
are
which
his.
one is so then she only has the 1 girl? The older kids are his. 5 children, 2 boys, 1 girl, Diella. Dallas and Denver is Derek's. Oh, okay. Those 2 older girls are his. All of them are his. I don't know. So he came with a bunch of kids and only
This is messy. Oh my gosh.
What did Kay husband have on? Kay husband wasn't really dressed for the thing, but what I did like about Kay husband, when he saw her in one outfit, he said, "You look really nice." I like Kay husband. I think they're good. But you know who husband looked like he wasn't beat? Derek, Pinky husband. Pinky husband was sitting off to the side like he wasn't beat. And what is
him there?
Well, you got to go back and look. What's Cynthia's man name again?
Prince.
Prince, honey, he was all for it. Come on, I like Prince. Prince was partying with K. Michelle husband. Yeah, Prince is tall. Prince is tall. He was partying. Yeah, he's tall. Yeah,
but Cynthia's tall, so she need a tall glass of water.
She good. And then when Cynthia, she proud of her man. She said, "Prince, this is Phaedra." Phaedra, like, I done met him 5 times already.
Oh my God.
Yeah, LaPrince is handsome. I like LaPrince. I hope we don't find out nothing with crazy with him. But it seems like he really is into Cynthia.
They've been together.
Somebody said don't drink and sing. Now, K. Michelle's sister is cute. She does look just like K. Michelle.
Just like her. Oh my God.
Yeah, they could be twins. Yeah. No, Cynthia is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Mm-hmm. Yeah, one time where I dated somebody. I dated somebody from Jamaica. He was tall and slender, just like LaPrince. Mm-hmm.
How did that go?
It went well.
What?
I ain't fooling with you. Why do I fool with you?
Oh, we are so funny, and I love it. Oh my gosh! Well, listen, everybody. This has been our recap of the Real Housewives.
Wait, Katrina, them Jamaicans, baby. Just wait. Just say no. Oh God.
Oh my God. Let's go, Diva, because it's almost 8 o'clock and you got.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. We done cut a fool.
So listen, everybody. This has been our season finale recap of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 17, episode 17, Rebels and Outlaws. Mm-hmm. At the end of every recap, we like to get your thoughts and opinions on the episode on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst. And 10 being the best.
Not Patricia. Y'all be trying to get out of here.
Okay.
All right. I'm not looking at the chat no more. Okay. Let me focus. I'm focused.
What was that? 1 being the worst and 10 being the best. We're going to do 2 ratings tonight. Let us know your ratings for season 17. So season 17, give us your rating. And then for the second rating, give us your rating for the episode. Overall, Diva, for season 17, I think I'm going to give us on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst and 10 being the best. I'm going to land us right at, if I'm honest, a 7.5.
For the season?
For the season.
Okay.
I'm going to say a 7.5 for the season.
And what do you rate this last episode?
The last episode, I'm going to give it a strong 9.
Okay.
I'm going to give it a strong 9. Mm-hmm. I definitely enjoyed the conversation with Angela and her daughter. I loved seeing Sway and Portia come together. I I love that Phaedra followed out with her commitment to Kelly. That was
Mhm.
a wonderful moment to see as well. And if I'm honest, Diva, I gotta say, I enjoyed the season finale with Kay's show. It
Yeah.
made me laugh. It made me kiki. We got our little explosive, small little fight at the end. But at the end of the day, we all came back together. We took a group picture, and it was just a great event overall. So I'm gonna give it a strong 9. Strong 9.
You know, um, in comparison to the last few seasons, when we had the major cast breakup, when Candy left, Nene gone, Cynthia gone. I mean, we had the foolery of the Kenya Moores and whatever else. I'm gonna go ahead and rate this overall season a 9.
Okay.
Um, there's many things that I didn't like, but there's many things that I did like. So I'm going to equate that to reality, right? Because we don't like everything that happens in our lives, but it's our real life, right? So I'll chalk it up to that. We saw a lot of bankruptcies, we saw homelessness, we saw, you getting teeth, but you owe people money. We saw a lot of stuff, a lot of foolery, and the people be in the streets with the foolery. So I'm gonna give the overall season a 9. And you know what? I don't like everything that happened at the listening party, but overall, I think I'm gonna give K Michelle an A+.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
I like the fact that she had this listening party. I liked how she tried to incorporate all the girls to come on, just saying. And even with Drew, she said, "You ain't got to know the song, just sing, just to have fun or whatever." And then, all the nice things that she said about all of those ladies, even though she went through what she went through in the season. That's growth. That's a grown person. I was questionable about her husband, but I like him.
Mm-hmm.
And I like him for her
Mm-hmm.
because he told her she looked good, and maybe it wasn't his thing, like dressing up and wearing on those clothes like that. But guess what? He was there for her.
It was giving Dr. Damon.
It was, but you know what? Yeah, giving Dr. Damon, but he was there for
But
her.
he was there, and that's
He
what
was
matters
there for
most.
her, and that's what matters. And you know why I'm giving this season a high rating too? Because then we got some husbands in the building.
Well, that's true. Okay. Well,
Pinky got a
I'm gonna
husband.
have to an 8. I'm gonna go to
Yeah,
an 8. A
yeah.
strong 8.
Pinky got a husband. Shamia got a husband. K Michelle got a husband.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Drew
Angela
got
got a husband.
Angela got a husband, and Drew got an ex-husband.
And Portia got Sway.
And Cynthia got La Prince.
Love Prince, how you doing?
How
Okay.
you doing? Okay.
Yes.
So yeah. So I'm gonna rate. I'm gonna do 9 and 9.
Okay.
I'm happy. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do 8 and 9. 8 and 9.
Yeah.
All righty. So Hyper is giving the season a 3. T is giving it a 6.5, and then Hyper is giving the episode a 5. Monique is giving the season a 8.5, and then the episode a 9 for all the Jamaicans out there. Okay. Super is giving the season a 9, the episode a 5. Sincere is giving it an 8. Let's see. Maureen is giving it a 10. Jeremy is giving the season a 9 and the episode a 7. They all wasn't there. Okay. Season 17 rating is an 8.5. The last episode was an 8. Beautiful. Season 8, the finale was a 7. I'm giving a 7.5 here. I rate the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 17 a 7.2. Thank you so much. Season 9, because Diva had to apologize to Portia finally, I give it a 7.
Mama Diane got a home. She is not homeless. Okay.
Sincere says, hi, Diva.
Hey.
Lorraine B is giving the season an 8 and the episode a 7.5. Pauline is giving the season an 8 and the episode a 8. SQ is giving the season a 9 and the episode a 9. Judy is giving the season a 7 and the finale an 8. I hope Kay's husband fix up next season.
He's being himself.
He's being himself, and that's what we want. Authentic people that are going to come on this television and be who they truly are. So,
he got
thank you
propelled
for your
into this.
comment.
But K Michelle said on Watch What Happens Live with Andy that he now has his Atlanta dental license. So watch out, people. You could get your teeth cleaned by Dr. Caston.
Thanks to Phaedra. Shout out to Phaedra.
You're stupid.
Alrighty, Snoopy is giving the episode a 8.5 in the season of 9. Very good season. It was a good season
I
overall.
think
I
so.
can agree for
I
that. I
did.
can agree for that. Penny is giving it a 7. Penny said for the season a 7, and for the finale a 6. Thank you so much. And then Scorpio or Scorp is giving it the season a 9 and the episode. And okay, we left off that. Okay. Alrighty. Well, listen, that was everybody's so far. We appreciate each and every one of you for participating. Maybe next season he'll work with Heavenly.
Well, you want to know what's so funny though? On Dr. Heavenly's Instagram, her work is beautiful.
Excellent.
I wish that Dr. Heavenly wasn't so performative on the show.
Yes.
It would show this dental side of her because she's doing beautiful work.
And
It's
Phaedra even tried to help her with that. You remember Phaedra was saying, stop all this foolishness.
yeah.
Focus on your children. You got 2 children that are going to dental school trying to work at your office. Focus on those things and stop all this foolishness. So I did see earlier this week, Diva, that season 13 for Married to Medicine is starting filming in September. So hopefully we'll see a different side of Heavenly this season, because I was really, I love my girl. I love my girl. But I was really hoping that she was going to win this race that she was going on. I can't remember what she specifically it was for, but I was hoping that she was going to win so that we wouldn't have to see her. Thank you. But we'll see how that turns out. So yeah. But listen, everybody, we love each and every one of y'all. We appreciate y'all. Y'all have showed up with us for 17 weeks, which is so crazy. 17 weeks each and every week. Bananas. Y'all doubled down. Y'all showed up and y'all showed the love. We see the love in our algorithm. We see it in our analytics through our channels. I mean, y'all have been showing up. I have skyrocketed with subscribers, and it has just been an amazing opportunity to be able to come each and every week and laugh, joke, and play with my auntie, and then with you all as well, our family. So we appreciate each and every one of you for showing up. But this is not the end. We still have 3 more episodes to go, as the reunion has been aired for the trailer, which was a really good season finale trailer, or reunion trailer, which I was just like, oh my God, I cannot wait for this to come on next week. So please continue to join us in these last 3 weeks as we do part 1, 2, and 3 of the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 17 reunion. We're going to have a great time recapping that, and maybe at the end of the season we'll let a few people come up and you can share your thoughts and opinions on the season overall and how you enjoyed or did not enjoy the reunion. So we'll keep you guys posted with that. But thank you so much for the love. Thank you for the support. Thank you for supporting Diva and her channel. Everybody continues to show up for her as well. So we appreciate each and every one of you. Anything you want to say before we go, Auntie?
They asked, are we doing the reunion looks?
Yes, we are. We will do the reunion looks. Any plans Sunday?
It depends on what time, because I might be driving back from Virginia.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, but we'll figure it out. Yeah,
we'll figure it out. Stay tuned to our channel. Y'all know we always do, our reunion looks normally. So just catch us when you can. What you can do is turn your notification bells on all. That way you see each and every time we post a video with you in mind, and that way we are live and recapping whatever we're doing. Please remember to subscribe to Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva and Royaire's World. If you're not a subscriber tonight, please do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. If you didn't hit the like button on the way in, make sure you hit the like button on the way out on Royaire's World and Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva. We appreciate the love and support, and your notification bells on all. That way you see each and every time we post a video with you in mind. Please join Diva tonight for trending topics. I know we ran over our time, way over. So please join her about 8:15, 8:30, somewhere around there. And she will be doing the trending topics tonight. And then join us. Are we going to be here tomorrow?
What are we doing tomorrow?
Our street news show?
Yeah, we can. We can.
So join us tomorrow for our street news show. We're going to bring the latest street news of everything that's going on. And then also join us on Thursday. You got something going on Thursday.
But we might be able to do it before I head out.
Okay.
But we can't be long-winded.
Listen, they ain't long-winded anyway. We be making it long-winded. So
yeah, okay.
We'll shorten it up. So join us Thursday.
Yeah, but just show this real quick.
Yeah. So join us Thursday for our recap.
Yeah. This one swear he the standard. He be doing too much. He swear he like Kelly Kelly said she set the standard for the girls on Roa. He swear he's setting the standards for all of us girls, okay?
A matching jacket that I was like, I feel like that's like too matchy. And also not very summer. And then like I put these together and I was like, oh yeah, I love that. Athletic shorts are having a huge moment this like spring summer, so like everyone's kind of showing them, but like I love this beautiful like emerald green, like I love a good like jewel tone. I mean
Not Aunt Buddy. We have gone too far tonight, people, and we're going to close out at this point. We got to go because before it get any worse. So please remember to join us this week for all of our setups that we got going on. Just hit the rewind button so you can know what we got going on, and then join us back next week for our season reunion for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And as we continue to recap Next Gen NYC, join Diva tonight for trending topics. If you didn't hit the like button on the way in, make sure you hit it on the way out. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment to Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva and Royaire's channel. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for the love and support, and we will see y'all next time. Good night and goodbye, everybody.
Royaire's World.